Hello everybody and welcome back. Today's episode we are going to spend the day on the Isle of Mara. Little Feet is a level 50 crafter and a level 51 adventurer. She's a little bit low for the adventuring side of things, but we're going to get started doing some of that today. But first we're going to look at the trade skill. Now, our last trade skill quest line was in Lava Storm, and we helped Smakamata make some repairs on his equipment so he could return to making his armor. And he gave us a recipe book on how to make the armor from Lava Storm. So that was pretty exciting. Now you have to be trade skill level 50 in order to advance here on the Isle of Mara. And as far as trade skilling goes, we're going to be working on faction for the Far Seas Trading Company. And but before we can do anything, we need to speak to this NPC over here. Her name is Captain Ingrid. Now, you may recall Ingrid if you are from Kinos and started on the beginning island. You may recall that she was on the boat at the very beginning of the game, and she was running all over the place, going crazy, and we helped her get a piece of Luckland, and she apparently has been promoted, and she's now a captain. So we're going to start our adventure today by speaking with her, and she is going to give us a quest called Improving Relations. So let's go ahead and get started on that. I'd like to ask if you are enjoying my series to please subscribe. It lets me know that you'd like to see more of the content, and I really appreciate it. Alrighty, Ingrid, at last we meet again. Ahoy there, adventurer. Welcome to our outpost here on the island. My name is Captain Ingrid of the Far Seas Trading Company. Well, hello, Ingrid. Do you remember me? You look familiar. Did you sail with me aboard the Far Journey? Yes, I was aboard the Far Journey with you. I used to make so many runs from the Queen's Colony that I kind of lose track. Well, it seems we've both moved up in the world a little since then. You've become a celebrated traveler, and I've got my own ship, the Far Dawn. In fact, it was my crew that discovered this island and began building our outpost here. Well, congratulations on making captain. So, what is this place? The villagers call the island Mara. Well, who are these villagers you mentioned? The villagers call themselves the Wantia, after the island they used to be their home. From what we've been able to gather, they fled here after the Shattering destroyed their old way of life. So they built all this since the Shattering? No. When the Wanti arrived, they discovered the monastery on the hill to the north. It was built long ago by an ancient order of monks known as the Whistling Fist Clan. The monks allowed the Wantia to settle here, building a small village and establishing farmlands. The village is called Shin. Wow. Well, how long ago did you get here? Well, we've been here a few months, and recently began bringing passengers. Pirate ships have been seen in the area, so we've had to be careful. The pirates of Gunthak are a well-known reputation for ruthlessness. So the Wantia don't mind the outpost here? Well, to be honest, our relations with the Wantia leave a lot to be desired. They don't seem to trust us, and I've even heard some refer to us as pirates under their breath. They seem to want very little to do with us. Well, is there anything I can do? Well, now that you mention it, I could use some help earning the trust of the villagers. Maybe if they talk to someone from outside the trading company, they'll realize we're here to ensure the island's safety and prosperity. Well, the Wantia people have a chief named Koma, but he won't even speak to you until you have proven trustworthy to the heads of each of the three main families. Oh, okay. Well, who are these families? Well, each of them specializes in some type of artistry. and you'll need to speak to each of them to learn more about them. I really don't know very much at all. Okay, well, what do you know? There's Nerwin, they're craftsmen. The Ventur are blacksmiths and tailors. And the Ogren family is the jewel crafter and alchemists. All right, well, where can I find them? So you want to help? Yes, definitely I will help. So here's the quest, Improving Relations. Well, I'm so glad to hear, Little Feet. Thank you. The village is across the river. The families live in houses that surround the monastery, though some prefer more remote. Seek them out. Okay, what are their names? Zenhao Nerwin, Zenzul Ogren, and Tumao Ventur. Okay, thank you. So we've got our quest, and we're going to go ahead and get started on that. We're going to come back and visit this little outpost after we finish this quest. So let's get started. Now we need to speak to Zenhao Norin first. He is going to be back up this way. In this house over here, way in the back. Hello, Mr. Zenhao. What's this? Another mainlander causing a disturbance? Off with you! Oh, no, sir, I mean no disrespect. My name is Littlefeet, and I would like to improve relations between our people. You and your Farsi's friends are simply here to take our resources. We've spent many years building a home for ourselves here, and you mean to overrun us like common pirates? Oh, I assure you that isn't the case. The Farsi's trading company wants to establish trade with you. We have no need of outsiders here. Our families got along just fine before you arrived. Well, working with the Farsi's merchants can be of benefit to your village. How so? Your village is primarily artisans, correct? Well, yes. The Farsi's merchants can transport the goods you produce for sale in the cities, and can bring you supplies that you may need. Well, I suppose there could be some benefit in that, but I will not tolerate the Farsi's people stealing our resources. Well, I don't work for them, but from my experience, the Farsi's people are interested in trading finished goods, not taking resources. Well, if you don't work for them, how do you know them? Well, their ships transported people like me between the trading isles and the main cities. I know of others who have been lost at sea and were rescued by Farsi ships. Very well. Perhaps I judged you mainlanders too harshly. It's just that relations between the Nerwins and the other two families have been strained as of late, and I'm unsure who to trust. What do you mean? A book was recovered on the shores of the Mystic Lake by some monks exploring the area. Though I never saw the book, it apparently spoke of some lost city. This book was recently stolen, and now the pirates of Gunthak have been sighted in the area. Uh-oh. Well, do you know who took the book? Well, clearly it was someone from either the Ogren family or the Ventur family. My kin would never betray our village in that way. I suggest you speak to members of either of those families. Okay, Zenhao, I will. I regret being so harsh with you. You seem to take a genuine interest in our well-being. I will let the other members of my family know that you're someone who can be trusted. Well, I appreciate that, Zenhao. Take care. He's got a crafting quest for me. We can see what that is. I hope this day finds you well, Little Feet. I'm glad that you changed my mind about mainlanders like yourself. I'm curious about life in the village. Can you tell me about it? Oh, I'd love to share stories of our people, though I'm currently pressed for time. Actually, you might be able to help our children present one of our legendary plays, Death's Table. Ooh, well, I'm not much of a thespian. Oh, I'm not asking you to become an actor. The children need some items put together for the production. If you help me help them, you'll learn some of the life of our village by doing, not simply hearing. Well, what sort of help do you need? The story of Death's Table follows a family's brutal ritual. As we fortunately do not need the actual items at the moment, I'm preparing representations of different aspects of the rituals. You might be able to help procure some items. Well, I can do that. So he's going to give us a quest called Death's Table. I would be most grateful for your assistance. Speak also with my grandson, Chu Nerwin. He can tell you the tale himself and let you know what remains to be done. It'll be my pleasure to help you. All right, now Zhen Hao gave me a carpenter's quest. If you are not a carpenter, once you speak to him regarding the improving relations, he will not have a quest for you. All of the professions have different quest lines here on the island. And I'm going to briefly tell you who to speak to depending on your profession, so that I'm not sure if you'll be speaking to these people during the improving relations. So quickly, I will just give you their names, and I will leave it up to you to actually hunt them down. If you are a provisioner, you're going to want to speak to Tai Nerwin. An armorer, Tumeo Ventur. A tailor, Ping Ventur. A weaponsmith, Mei Ventur. An alchemist, Spark Ogren. A jeweler, Kun Ogren. A sage, Zenzu Ogren. And a woodworker, Kim Nerwin. So each of those will have an additional quest for you, and you may run across them while you're going out and working on improving relations. In fact, Zenzu Ogren, which is the sage, is going to be over here, the next one that we speak to. So if you happen to be a sage, you can pick up your quest from him. So we're just going to cross the patties here. Now I'm going to work on that other quest off camera. Okay, and I believe Sue is way over here. Here we go. The House of Ogren. Hello, Zenzu. And what is it that you need, traveler? I don't wish to disturb you, my lady. My name is Little Feet, and I'd like to show that we can be of help to one another. The Ogren family is made up of scholars and fine jewelers. We have no need for outsiders to come here and try to take over our island. Oh, that's not why the Farsees Trading Company is here at all. They're interested in opening trade. We trade with the other families. What can the Farsees offer that they cannot? Well, your family produces items of great value. These would fetch a high price in the cities, which would enhance the prestige of your family name. Well, I can see some benefit in that. The Ogren name should be much more renowned for the quality of the goods we produce. No doubt our products are of considerably higher quality than anything produced in Kinos or Freeport. I'm sure. At any rate, trading with the Farsees merchants can only be of benefit. Will you raise a valid point, Little Feet? I will listen to the proposals that they offer. Perhaps I was reluctant to trust them due to an incident that has recently caused disharmony. Do you mean the book? So, you know of this missing tome, eh? Clearly, someone from the Ventur or Nerwin families gave that book to the pirates. An outsider would never be able to enter the monastery without being noticed. Well, what makes you think the thief wasn't an Ogren? How dare you! We Ogrens are far too sophisticated to consort with pirates. No one from my family's responsible. Oh, I didn't mean to offend you. I only want to help. Oh, I accept your apology. If you seek the most finely crafted goods on Norath, you may speak to members of my family. Few of them might find your assistance useful. Well, thank you very much, Zinzu. Be well. Now, the last one we need to speak to is Tumeo. And Tumeo is an armorer, so you may be able to get your quest from him. Oh, I guess we could have come up the other way. It didn't matter. All right, we're going to go in here. You mainlanders think you can just barge into people's homes? Shame on you. Oops. I mean no disrespect. I only wish to speak to you regarding the Farseas Trading Company. I see no reason why we should welcome outsiders like the Farseas. There can be little benefit to my people from such an intrusion. Well, your family's made up of mostly artisans, correct? Yes, we make clothing, armor, and weapons. Based on what I've seen mainlanders like you wearing, I can say our products compare favorably with the finest your craftsmen have to offer. Well, the Farseas Trading Company can help distribute your goods in the cities. True enough. Apart from providing new robes to the monks and outfitting our village's small security force, we have a rather limited supply of customers. The Farseas merchants can provide many new opportunities. I see your point. Our family may benefit. I'll speak to that Captain Ingrid about shipping some of our goods. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it, Tumao. I understand you're distrustful of outsiders because of the recent theft. You know of that? Gossip travels fast. It's just sad that an Ogren or a Nurin would betray our people in such a way. Why do you suspect them? My family cares far too much for our way of life to betray us like that. Whoever stole that book and lured the pirates here was not a Ventur. Okay, well, thank you for that. Take care. Be well. All right. Well, it's kind of funny how they each suspect the other. So let's go back to Captain Ingrid. And let her know that hopefully the relations are now going to be much improved. All right, Ingrid, I spoke with them. I've learned interesting facts from the three families. Are they now more trusting of the Farseas Trading Company? Yes, I believe all three of them will now do business with you. Oh, excellent news. They gave us a few of these before relations with them soured. But now it sounds like we'll be able to acquire a lot more for sale back in the cities. Well, it was my pleasure to help. It would be a big help if you would go to Chief Koma and offer your services to him. Well, I can do that. And now we get this quest, the Stolen Tome. All right, so the quest that we just picked up is actually the first quest in the Fallen Dynasty timeline. But before we do that, now that we have completed the Improving Relations quest, we can go inside and speak with the Farseas Trading Company. Now, once we come in here, you'll notice that I may have briefly gone over this division merchant, but he sells items, but you must have coin and you must have faction. Now, when you start here on the island, probably not going to have a whole lot of factions, so we've got some work to do, and you can check your faction by going into the Shattered Lands up here and down at the bottom. Now see, I'm only liked by them. I've only got 12,000 faction. So we're going to have to work on that to do anything major, plus get our level up just a bit. We are only level 50 in our crafting. But we do qualify. If you come up here, now this NPC will give you a group quest. Now this can be done solo. However, it would be very, very difficult at level 50 to do this because I believe it's a level 80 quest. You don't want to go there solo. If you can get some assistance, then that would be great. I don't think you have to have a full complement of professions, but each profession will be required to complete this particular quest. And so we're not going to pick that up, but that you can take a look at that if you'd like. Now over here, we need to have a little bit more faction before Kaisha will do anything with us. So the only option you have when you first get to the island in this building is to come over to this desk. Now you're going to want to pick up this supply manual, and I have done so, and you can scribe it. And also you want to click on this desk here and you will be offered a quest. Now this is going to give you 2,000 Farsees faction when you accept it. We are definitely going to accept that. So you want to go ahead and pick that up. And we're not going to be working on that today. That's also going to be something I will work on off camera. So that's going to end the trade skill part of this video. So we are going to go and speak to Chief Koma. He's in the courtyard. Well, that's going to be near where we were previously. So let's run on over there. Let's get inside here. Hello, Chief Koma. How's your investigation going? Well, the mystery's been solved. Jayla Venter stole the book. Jayla? I can't believe that. Why would she steal the book and betray her own people? She did it for love. Jayla fell in love with a pirate and was duped into stealing the book. Oh, this is most serious indeed. I'll have to handle the situation quite delicately to preserve the peace between the three families. Please don't tell anybody else. Oh, I won't. So we finished the first one. Thank you. You've been proven to be very reliable. I think the Whistling Fist clan of monks may have some use for you. Go speak to Brother Dar in the Tower of the Four Winds. But to enter the monk's tower, you need to answer questions. What kind of questions? You must prove that you have knowledge of the monk's history before they will let you enter their tower. This gets a little tricky. What you have to do is you have to wait here in this Courtyard of Hope. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, see, he did not give us a quest. At 6 o'clock in the morning, Narath time, he's going to show up. Now, the students are going to come to the courtyard as well. So you just basically have to stay here in this spot. Now, once the trainer comes, they will start the workout. The trainer is going to give you the history lessons in Say, and you'll need to take a note of the important parts of what he says. Now, you're going to have to stay here long enough to listen to 5 answers, because at the tower you are going to be questioned by Brother Lika, and he's going to give you 5 questions. If you get any of them incorrect, you have to wait 5 minutes and you can try again. So this is going to take a while. we have a few moments. I believe we might need to speak to Brother Lika first. Let's double check that. Here he is right here. And he's going to tell us, I believe, how do I prove that I'm worthy? And then he tells us, where can I learn this history? This is where he tells us to listen to Master Longshan. So you do want to come up here and speak to him first, and he still does not give us a quest. So now we can come down here and wait for the Master. He should be arriving any moment. Here he comes. And you just have to wait. This can take a while. This can take a few hours of NORAF time. And I'm just going to sit here till he talks about the first one, and then we are going to go ahead and go take the test. Okay, this is the first history lesson, and this is how he's going to do it. This could take a while. You may be asked. And once he does that, he says, we'll resume your training, and then there will be some time go by, and then he will talk again and give another history lesson. So we're going to go up here and speak to Brother Lika and take the test. So once you've got all the answers you think you need, he's going to ask us 5 questions. So, how do I prove that I'm worthy? I am ready. And so it begins. Carefully, listen carefully to my questions. Answer them with speed and accuracy. Okay. Who betrayed Brother Balatin? Vistry. Very good. Are you ready for the next one? I am. Brother Quinn was victorious over what legendary opponent? That would be Cracktusk. Very good. Are you ready for the next one? I am. What is the name of the island upon which our monastery sits? Mara. Very good. Are you ready for the next one? I am. Zanfi lived during the days of what empire? Combine. Very good. Are you ready for the final question? I am. Zanfi, founder of the Whistling Fist clan, was fond of a musical instrument. What was it? The flute. I am now worthy to enter the Tower of the Four Winds. So you can go ahead and take my answers and jot those down. But if he questions you on something other than that, you will need to listen to the trainer. So now I can enter the tower. Thank you. Now the tower has various levels, and you have to complete the quests in the lower levels, and then you'll be cleared to go to the upper levels. So now we can come in here, and there's 2 quests for us. But first you want to speak to De Lao. He doesn't have a quest, but he's going to give us a ring. As one of the few outsiders welcome within the walls of the Tower of the Four Winds, I entrust you with this symbol. Take it with you, and may the north winds guide you. Well, thank you, Delau. So I am going to leave the episode here. You now can pick up these other quests, and that will continue you on your journey for the Fallen Dynasty timeline. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Take care, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye now.